How's it going, guys? By this point, we've now reached the top of the Rainbow Road. I tried to record the entrance, but I forgot. Yeah, that's me. So this is the tar seal part. And when you take Friday off and your mates are going to a work meeting, there's only one thing you can do in that situation.
Ha ha, suckers, you guys have got a toolbox meeting. La la la, fuck you.
So if any of you know the Rainbow Road, you'll know two things about it. It is a great ride, but it is gorgeous. Like, the difference between riding through these shady weed trees with a canopy above you and riding out into the open plains with a semi-decent view in front of you. It's actually breathtaking. I don't know how many times you've done it or how many times I've done it, but it's awesome each time. I'd do it again tomorrow and still be surprised by something I saw. Another cool thing about them is got all these fords. Now, when the water levels are high, those things are chocker. A lot of them are dry right now. There are some of them with a couple of trickly bits, but most of them, yeah, just shallow creek beds with concrete for all the people that take up to the ski field. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but every time I cross a ford, especially a really cool looking one, I can't help but take a wee squiz downstream and upstream just to say, I rode my bike across this. I mean, even if it's really easy. Now, those of you with an eye and in the know will notice that this particular ford has been cleaned out, gravel a few times, which means that when the rain comes in, it washes all that extra shit down into the water crossing. And because it is a public road, a very busy public road, I don't know how often they do it, but it's got to be a lot. There are people that maintain this road. It is not the council, as far as I know, and they do a really bloody good job of it. Hence why we pay the money when we come through. These majestic creatures just about became a hood ornament on the front of the bike. That one flew really, really close. He actually followed me for a little bit. You can't tell by the recording, but I bet you he was shitting himself. Now, as I mentioned before, this is the start of the turn off to the Rainbow Ski Field, and also happens to be the end of the Tar Seal Road and start of the gravel. It's not quite as marbly as the Top House Road in my last video, but you're still going to be a bit careful. It's narrow and, as I stated earlier, reasonably public. Just got to watch those blind corners. They've got a couple of signs stating, watch for Diddy Mo and all that kind of thing, and basically treat the road with respect. And now we get to the fun stuff. Any of you judgy people out there noticing that my river crossings aren't quite what they should be? I had 4 days of riding ahead of me, and I don't wear proper motocross boots or riding boots. I've got very high quality work boots. I don't want to get them wet. They take so long to dry out. So my river crossings are very overcautious. I know what you're thinking, that I've come off my bike again and I'm having a look over everything. But no, I haven't. Okay? It's actually worse than that. I was fucking around with my phone and I come around and I hit this fucking stick. And it whacked me in the shin. So I thought, oh, I'll just pull over and I'll have a look. Because I don't actually remember the last time that I checked my coolant levels or my oil. Whoops, my bad. But I've only done a few thousand K on it, and it's done a service about 2,000 K ago. And it turns out it's fine. So a mate of mine has sent me a message saying he's going to be delayed, which actually suits me just fine.
That's all good, mate. We'll get there when we get there. I'm taking the detour, so I'm going to be a while anyway.
Of course, that doesn't stop me from rubbing his nose in it a little bit. He's working, and I'm not. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you look out the right-hand side of our aircraft, you'll notice lots of little side tracks. Oh, I actually don't know how many of them are like free to roam around or private property or forestry, but if you do happen to go up there and have a look, I haven't even been up that many of them, but they all look pretty awesome to me. A really good range of difficulties on offer. Okay, so here we are at the toll gate, which I have stated to these people many times, and anyone that'll ask me, $30 a bike, $50 for a full drive. They maintain the road, they look after the place. It's money well worth it, even as a donation to keep this place going. The staff here are pretty cool. They are here from 6 a.m. till 9:30 p.m. They are bloody champions. So I just happen to moonlight as an electrical worker in my spare time. You know, my 40 plus hours of spare time that I use a week. And you may notice quite a few transmission towers. They have a couple of lines up here, and they go all the way through, right down to the Awatere Valley or the Molesworth, and through to Hamner. Don't ask me the exact route they take or what they feed. I haven't studied it. This is one of 3 or 4 gates. If you've got anyone with you in your party who is a little bit afraid of getting off their bike, this is their job, to get them practicing, so that they don't do silly things like get on the bike with the stand up, although that is hugely entertaining. You get real good at riding through the gate, putting your stand down, leaning your bike over, getting off, closing the gate behind you, get in, get back on your bike again. So I don't know about you, but when you come up to a river crossing, you slow down, you assess the crossing, the depth, the terrain, any dirty mowing, things like that. But if you don't have to, you don't stop. Well, I had to stop because these fools wouldn't get out of the road. I was like, come on, move, out of the way. Okay, you're not going to move, so I'm going to have to get out and give you a gentle bit of persuasion. Yoink. Here we go. Thank you, ladies. Have yourself a lovely day on your trot and come back for a drink after I leave. And then over we go. Great. Now they're running away. I'm from a farming background, don't like the cattle to run. Oh, at least they're not in the way. As I approach this corner, I want you to listen to a very specific noise that you may recognize. That noise is my back wheel locking up. I just about went off that cliff. I wonder if I'm not the first person to do it, but I'm hoping I will remember it next time, because as I stated before, the tyres on that thing are not that great. I actually skidded for a lot longer than what it seems like in the video. I was packing myself. So a lot of these bridges have a weight limit, clearly. Let's just slow things down and have a look at this particular crossing. It is very, very entertaining to do on a bike. Not today. Can't be bothered getting wet on a time frame, but most of the time, get a group of you going through those crossings. At least one of you's going to fall over. It's awesome. So guys, if you like these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Actually, I'm only joking. I don't give a shit about any of that. I just like showing off where I've been, because not everyone gets to do it. These roads are pretty cool. You get to see some amazing things. You get to meet some amazing people, and I just find it hugely entertaining, and I wish everyone could do it. Anyway, see you next time.